Hello YouTube, the Gaming Man here, and today we are playing Hell Let Loose Vietnam. We are doing the basic training tutorials, starting from, let's do basic training. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get into it. I may end up making a part 2 to this.
Welcome to Vietnam and basic training. Here you will learn the fundamentals of jungle warfare. Head to the obstacle course to get started.
I may most likely make 2.
Let's go over movement. Sprint through the course, crouch under obstacles, and vault over walls. Climb the ladder. Use it to reach vantage points on the battlefield.
If I do end up making a part 2, it would include the other ones that I made.
Now, walk off the ledge, use a bandage to heal yourself when wounded. Swim and dive through this next area of the course. Swim to get across waterways, and dive to avoid obstacles and enemy sights. You can only hold your breath underwater for so long. Jump over the obstacle ahead.
And I have been playing it for...
The bayonet is a powerful melee attachment that can be equipped to your weapon. Do this now and attack the dummy ahead. When you're aiming down sights, you can lean left or right to peek around corners without exposing yourself fully. When you're up close, a quick swing can take out an enemy. Going prone keeps your head low. Use it to crawl under barriers or avoid getting hit.
The good thing about this is you could shift. Is you could prone. Because this is normal prone, this is quick prone.
Hell Let Loose is built around a command structure. Unit members follow their unit leader. Unit leaders take orders from the commander. Communication wins battles. There are 3 radio channels. Unit communicates with your unit members, proximity with teammates nearby, and unit leaders have the leadership channel to speak to other unit leaders and the commander.
Which is...
Open the tactical map. This is the tactical map. Use it to coordinate tactics with your fellow soldiers and keep track of the battle as it unfolds. Referring to the grid, icons and non-verbal markers are just some of the tools that can be utilised to support effective communication.
Moment proximity chat.
These are all the different structures that can be placed during the battle. Squads use these structures to redeploy and get back into the fight. The placement of these structures wins battles. Outflank and dominate the enemy.
The US do not have tunnels.
The field pad allows you to build spawns across the battlefield. Equip it now to place an outpost. This allows your team to quickly deploy to the field.
NVA are able to be connected to the garrison.
Now, climb the ladder to the next move marker.
And it's very...
When words are fast enough, you can use a non-verbal communication marker to indicate different types of danger. Give it a go and mark the infantry targets ahead.
Gotta hold middle mouse. You're playing on console, hold middle.
Let's go over combat. Aim down the sights to improve accuracy. Shoot the targets ahead, aiming for the helmet to guarantee an instant kill. Running out of munitions in the heat of battle can be costly, so resupply from the ammo boxes if you need. Now, climb back down the ladder and move to the next location.
Overhand.
Grenades are a powerful explosive item. Equip one now and throw it towards the enemies.
Fine, I guess overhand. Tried to overhand like a couple times. There we go, that might be good. Like that one. Yes.
Now let's learn the fundamentals of capture points. Head over to the next move marker.
So they probably may end up making this a map.
One of the main objectives that both teams fight for control. A capture point is under a team's control when their numbers exceed that of their enemies. The team that controls the capture point has ownership over map territory. These are known as sectors, and they dictate the flow of the battle. Now move inside the hard capture radius of the capture point. This is the most important location for contesting the objective. The capture point is contested. Neutralize all the enemies to start capturing the point.
Oh, has to be shot. Okay. Sometimes it doesn't take
found an enemy garrison.
Sometimes it takes a bunch of bullets, sometimes it doesn't.
And contesting the point. Good job. You've captured your first capture point. Check the map and observe the territory you've just claimed from the enemy.
Boom. Unlock a new area every time you get the capture
completed
point.
Your training.
Red is enemy, blue is friendly, and white is white is neutral. Normally when you play the tutorials, it will say next tutorial. For me, it didn't, because I already completed all the tutorials. Like it said, I'm level 9. I got this a while ago, a couple days ago, and I figured...
Welcome to Mortar Training. The Mortar Squad is made up of the Observer, the Support, and the Gunner roles.
Time I normally
you are the Gunner,
post,
a key role of your squad. You have access to a wrench and hammer you can use to build the mortar. Let's start by building the mortar. The mortar is a powerful offensive weapon with a lot of range, but it's important you set it up in a good location where you're out of enemy sights and able to reach your targets.
Okay, good, I'm not blocking. Boy.
Now, let's redeploy
that
the Observer, where we can use the flare to scout for enemies for the squad.
If not, then ignore what I just said.
You are now the Observer, leader of your squad. It's your job to locate enemies and provide effective communication and targets to your team. Let's locate some enemies. Equip your flare gun and aim towards the marker.
Boom.
Good job. Using your tactical map, you can see where the enemies are located. Now, let's enter the aimer seat. Here, you can line up the scope with the target and use the metric conversion chart to find the correct elevation.
This is the part that takes a while. I have not played as the Mortar Squad yet. I've played as every other position except Mortar Squad. There. Better. Fire.
Another marker has come in for us to target. Let's readjust and keep going.
55. Top of it. Switch to loader. Normally there'd be 3 people. But since this is a tutorial, you get to learn every rule. Yeah.
Well done. You have successfully completed mortar training.
And then next is recon, then commander training. Then that's where I will end it. Normally when you do this, it says next tutorial, but I completed other tutorials. If you want to see more of this game, comment it down in the comments. If you want the tutorial for Hell Let Loose, the original Hell Let Loose, comment that down below. And yeah.
Welcome to Recon Training. The Recon Squad comprises of 2 roles, Spotter and Sniper. It's Recon's job to relay enemy sightings, neutralize threats, and disrupt enemy movements and resources behind enemy lines. Let's get started. Move to the marked location.
And it does give you a little combat knife.
You're playing the Spotter, the acting leader of the Recon Squad. Let's start by placing an outpost. To do this, equip the field pad and place the outpost inside the designated area. This outpost can only be used by your squad when redeploying. Outposts placed by Recon Squads are the only type of outpost that can be placed in locked enemy territory. Enemy forces have been spotted across the river. Let's pinpoint where the enemy forces are located. Equip your flare gun. Aim and fire above the marked location. Good shot. Now open your tactical map and observe the flare's circular radius and the enemy positions that have been detected.
Garrison. Oops. Tank.
Equip your binoculars and mark enemies with the correct non-verbal markers. Keep a lookout for enemy infantry, tank, and garrison targets.
Garrison. I thought I did.
Well done. Now
There
it's time
go.
to learn how to play as the sniper. In a battle scenario, you would be joined by another team member playing as the sniper, but this is training, so let's teach you the basics of. First, we need to redeploy. Select the sniper role and then deploy on the outpost we placed down earlier.
Obviously, as you see, I've played these tutorials before. Sadly, you can kind of customize them in here, but it will reset them to the default.
You're now in the sniper role. Follow orders from the spotter and use your sniper rifle to spot and eliminate enemy threats. Move back to the vantage point. Now, neutralize all the enemy targets we spotted earlier. Aim down the sight and steady your aim before taking a shot. You must stop aiming down the sight to cycle the bolt between shots. So, take your time and be precise.
I thought we were out of ammo.
Well done.
Boom.
You have successfully completed recon training.
Boom. And then one more, and most likely do the rest later. In a different video, in a part 2. I'll do commander training. Part 2. Roles. In order to get the commander role, you gotta complete all the tutorials. I'll make a short talking about that.
Welcome to Commander Training. It is your job to lead your team to victory by organising squads,
and a couple other ones take a while,
and using resources to control the battlefield. Let's start by learning about commander abilities. All of the commander abilities can be found within the tactical map. They will depend on cooldowns and the available resources on the map, which is why it's important to have your squads build resource nodes.
The US start on the beach, and they work their way back. Like in another
resource nodes are important tools that generate materials for the commander, which can then be used to support the wider team through commander abilities. There are 3 types of nodes: manpower, munitions, and fuel. Up to 3 sets of each can be built, and this can only be done by an engineer. Coordinating with your team is vital to get the necessary resources flowing across the battlefield. The blue dots, or blueberries, are your friendly teammates. Beside them are the nodes and their respective icons. The circle around each node shows its area of effect, and is useful when placing them as a set of nodes, which provide more buffs when placed in proximity of one another. Once enough resources are generated, commander abilities can then be selected from the list and placed across the map. It helps to keep an eye on the territory ownership and the grid while placing them, as not all placements are valid. To start, let's call in a supply truck at the HQ for your team.
Supply truck. You.
Good job. The supply truck can be used to carry a large quantity of supplies from headquarters to the front lines, and can make multiple drops at a time. Returning it to a resupply station will restock it. Now, let's call in the supply drop.
Supply drop. There.
Great job. The supply drop is a great way of getting supplies quickly across the battlefield,
Yeah.
and can be utilised by your team to get a wide network of spawns and structures set up. They can be used as many times as you need, respective of the cooldown between uses. Supplies are on the way. Let's place down the marker to let our team know and request they build a garrison there.
If it gets
now, let's focus on attacking the
any
enemy points.
loud and any
By
weird
using the recon ability, we can scout ahead to the next capture point to see what enemies await us. The ability covers an entire strip of the battlefield, and within that, you will see a snapshot of both enemy infantry and vehicle locations.
But it only does it where you want it to, I think. And if there's any, like, rustling noise, like rustling
now we can
of
see
paper,
enemies on the tactical map. Let's call in a napalm strike to clear out the points.
Ignore that.
The napalm strike does massive damage across a wide area, but will harm friendlies as well as enemies, so use it wisely.
I think I killed a couple friendlies while using either napalm or a artillery strike. Now you can see the jets fly in. Drop the napalm. It burns. I wonder if it does any.
Our territory is under attack.
Environmental
Let's place a defend
damage.
marker on the friendly point to let our team know.
I wonder if it does do any environmental
Use the reinforceability
damage.
on the point to support our troops. This will bolster our team's presence on the ground and help us fight off the enemy.
That is useful. That is very useful when you're.
We are reclaiming our territory from the enemy.
almost
Let's
near
return
the
to
end
capturing
like
enemy
that.
territory. Place an attack marker over the enemy hard cap to let our team know where to go next.
That there, officers.
Now let's use an artillery strike to blast the enemy point before our team advances. The artillery strike is another offensive ability that does a wide area of damage in multiple rounds. It costs less munitions to use than the napalm strike.
And it's very good too. It is concentrated, I think. But besides that, it's decent.
Excellent. We're taking the point from the enemy. Well done. You've successfully completed commander training.
Boom, and then that's commander training. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and part 2 will be coming shortly. Peace out.